Okay, so this is one of my first videos, and I have given myself a challenge to get behind the camera and share some of my creative process that I like to do when I get stuck. I have been a creative person for most of my life and have been a professional designer for over 25 years. And I find the process of art making something incredibly healing and powerful. So part of growing for me is getting comfortable speaking and sharing on camera. And that is why I'm wanting to put these videos together, just to show what I'm doing of the evening when I'm just sitting and playing with some watercolor. Potentially I might do some videos on oil painting and other things that I like to do. So I hope you enjoy this video, and stay tuned for more. So I'm just starting really without any kind of source imagery and just choosing to do a rose. I've painted lots of roses just from my mind, and I just find this a relaxing thing to do, just to play with the different pressure of the brush, play with different wetness of the pigment, and usually I start from the center and work my way out, and just starting sort of with a very light mix. It will dry a lot lighter. So most of these types of things that I do, I give myself like a 10-minute time limit. The reason for that is because I do tend to overwork things, and I'm a little bit impatient with letting the layers dry and then building on top of that. I find that to be kind of a frustrating thing, and I just like to work in one pass and then work wet into wet with the watercolor and build up the strength of the pigment. So you'll see how it turns out at the end, just working in one session for 10 minutes and slowly building up the values. A lot of what I do in my job with design has to be fairly meticulous and accurate, and something that watercolor allows me to do is let go of that control and just trust and release control as much as possible. The water doesn't like to be controlled, it likes to be left. If you mess too much with pigment on paper, when it comes to watercolor, it doesn't tend to have the best result. The nicest result is when you just lay it down and just let the pigment bleed together, let it flow into the wet areas of the paint. And that is something that I love and that watercolor has taught me. It's taught me to release control and just trust the process. I think a lot of creative people tend to struggle with perfection, and it's something I definitely struggle with. So with watercolor, it kind of resists perfection and in the most beautiful way. And so the more that you can allow yourself to just let things happen in the process, I find the better it turns out. And that is really my goal anytime I sit down, is just to try not to control it, try not to look for perfection, and just to experiment and see what happens. That can be an incredibly freeing thing for someone who has struggled with refining details and looking for the perfect outcome and a high level of skill at the end of the day. So watercolor allows for that, and I feel like it's a really good medium to teach you to unwind and just go with the flow. So a product that I like to use with some of my watercolors is this Aqua Bronze by Schminky. It's just a powder that is water soluble, and it's a really nice gold bronzy metallic paint. And so once that's wet, I just like to add a couple of little details, and you can get this on Amazon. It's fairly affordable and it just adds a nice little shimmer, and I'll show you how that looks at the end of the video. So thanks for watching. I hope this has been a relaxing and inspiring video. Maybe it'll encourage you to get your watercolors out and just experiment.